Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Meteorologist Addison Green giving you a quick update with the rain coming our way. And some spots have seen some thunderstorms move through rather slowly, producing, unfortunately, some minor street ponding. So we do have a few areas we got to talk about where there are some flood alerts in place. But you can see over the past 3 hours how we had that general trajectory of those showers and thunderstorms pushing on in from the coast, making their way towards a north-northwesterly direction, heading across the I-10 corridor and gradually drifting northward, about a forward pace about 10 to 15 miles per hour or so. So we got a flood advisory right down here across portions of Brazoria County. That's going to be up in effect for the next several minutes or so till 1:30 this afternoon. Around 2.5 to 3 inches of rain have fallen around the Angleton area. So there has been reports of some street ponding going down 35, coming down 288 towards Bailey Prairie, for instance. So just bear that in mind if that's going on in your vicinity or you're heading through that area. You need to find another way to get around to get to your destination. Now, across the heart of the city, you go there towards the northeastern sections of the loop up in towards the Beltway. That's where we have another flood advisory up through 2:45 this afternoon. About 1 to 2 inches of rain have fallen so far, with an additional maybe 1 to 2 inches more coming on in as those storms are slowly moving on in across the vicinity. So from Jacinto City to Beaumont Place, Hawthorne Place, that's where we are seeing reports of that street ponding becoming more of an issue. And as we look right here across the heart of the city with the latest radar scans, we can see where that cluster of thunderstorms that move through over in this vicinity where that flood advisory is in place are pushing away from. Atascocita, we can see we do have some reports of some lightning strikes coming on in. This thunderstorm cluster is making its way towards Roman Forest over the next 30 minutes or so. It's raining heavily in Spring right now, and soon we'll be heading up across in towards the Woodlands over about the next 20 to 30 minutes or so. Across Houston, down into the I-10 corridor, Katie, you're seeing some lightning strikes being reported, probably hearing some booms of thunder over that way. As you're going down towards Pasadena, Red Bluff, we do see some scattered showers still lingering from that first wave of thunderstorms that did move through the area. As we look right here across in those feel-like temperatures, combining that with the satellite and radar imagery, we can see that we have cooled things down across from Hobby and Angleton. You're into the low 90s, but where the storms have yet to pass, it feels more like you're full-fledged in towards late summer-like conditions. With Katy feeling about 96 degrees, we feel close to 100 degrees in the Brenham area. Feels about 95 in Cleveland. But as these storms move through, you can see how much of a difference they will make as they pass on by. Look at Bush, down to 76 degrees for a feel-like temperature. It'll still feel muggy out. We still have this tropical moisture hanging around, but at least for a brief period of time, we'll get a brief break from the high level of heat and humidity, making it feel in the upper 90s in several spots. So what do we have going on causing all this wet weather to come around to Houston over the past several days and for the next few more days to come? It's warm and humid across the southeastern portion of the country with high pressure, helping to pump up an onshore flow. In fact, you can kind of see those thunderstorms developing right in this vicinity and just slowly lingering through that region. Up to areas to the north and west, we have a cold front associated with an area of low pressure, and we see scattered thunderstorms coming on down from Nebraska through Kansas down towards the Panhandle, where that front is trying to push on down. So we do have a front in sight. It's going to try and make its way across the region, but unfortunately, we got these two pressure systems up aloft helping to steer spokes of energy off this area of low pressure coming on in round after round, and those are helping to lift up that moisture in the atmosphere down across southeastern Houston, southeast Texas, I should say, around Houston, and moving it up into the upper portions of the atmosphere. That's what's helping to get those thunderstorm cells to develop. They bring all that tropical moisture on with them. They wring it out, and that's where we're getting those heavy downpours coming in every now and then. But eventually, this low pressure system will pull up and away. High pressure will build on in, and that's a favorable, stable air mass, which means our storm potential will diminish as we go forward in through Sunday and in throughout much of next week, where it certainly will be looking much more marvelous out there than how it is looking outside right now. Putting it all together in your future track going throughout this afternoon, we can see where those thunderstorms will be moving on in, pushing it away from the I-10 corridor down 59, heading towards the north and west. As you go in towards the 6 o'clock hour, the coastal counties, mainly shower-free. North and west, that's where we're going to be noticing still those scattered showers still hanging around, but gradually fading away as you get towards the sunset hour around 7 to 8 o'clock or so, and eventually we'll think things quiet down heading throughout the overnight hours. By Friday morning, though, we're ramping up that action once again. Thunderstorms are an issue near Pasadena, West Columbia. You're on the drier side for the northwestern corner of the metro area, Conroe, Tomball, Brenham, up towards College Station, but We'll be watching those showers eventually push northward over time as we go in towards Friday afternoon, with the coast still having an issue coming on in. In fact, Friday is going to be one of the wettest days we'll be seeing come our way over the next several days to come. So when all is said and done, rainfall amounts will be sporadic in terms of who gets a lot and who gets a little. Some spots will be seeing maybe a couple of quarters of an inch here and there. Other spots going towards Tomball, for instance, you may be seeing 2.5 inches of rain coming when all is said and done. But all these days that we have seen of rain coming down and a few more days of rain to come, we are starting to see that flood potential becoming a little more widespread, unfortunately. For the day today, it's across Harris County down towards the coastal areas that we have that 1 out of 4 chance, a marginal chance for seeing that flood potential becoming an issue. It goes higher, 2 out of 4, a slight chance from Dallas to San Angelo down in towards the Rio Grande. As we move in towards Friday, now we're seeing the entire southeastern portion of the state underneath a marginal risk for seeing some possible flooding concerns. And heading to Saturday, we still have that 1 out of 4 chance, but now it's up across our northwestern counties. So going up across from Montgomery County, Waller County, Austin County, northward in towards Austin and then towards the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The ground has already seen a good amount of rain, and it can absorb several more inches to come, but it's just a question of those urban areas that you'll see all that runoff becoming an issue, going towards the creeks, the streams, the bayous, and then in which case after a while, you start to see some more widespread flooding concerns. But as we make our way in towards October 1st, tomorrow we'll still be dealing with those high rain chances coming on. It's a 70% chance throughout much of the day. Saturday, it's a 40% chance in the afternoon hours, high of 84. Sunday, look at that, chances down to around 30%, very isolated is those chances for seeing those thunderstorms develop, and they will be isolated in terms of where they actually do pop on up. But after that, we open the door for much nicer, drier air to come on in. It'll be mostly sunny. Temperatures will be in the mid-80s, and those morning lows will be in the mid to upper 60s. We'll be coming back your way with any more weather updates as the need arises, and make sure you do chime on in for the 4111 coming on up on Channel 11. All right, take care.